It's a great pleasure to welcome to What's Next Bertus van der Vyver, who is the General Manager for Residential and Postpaid at MTN. It's lovely to have you with us, Bertus. How are you doing?
All well, thanks for having me, Aki. All well, thank you.
That's good, man. Listen, MTN's been very busy, and you've been busy in key connecting South Africans for several decades, right? I mean, from mobile connectivity, today you're doing fiber. I mean, any kind of connectivity, MTN comes to mind. And I guess that MTN's evolved with the times. Why is this so important for MTN, this connectivity that we're talking about?
Yeah, okay. So I mean, as you mentioned, for 30 years we've been connecting South Africans, and in the old days it was like just a basic phone for calls, and then we got all excited when SMSs launched, and those have initial data bundles, and the company has evolved, kind of stuff, and as our customers have actually evolved, and for us it's really important to, yes, we understand where we come from, but what's more important for us is where we're going. The future is more important for us. And for us, the importance, customers' behavior has changed, the industry has changed, and for us, it's really to make sure that we fit for the future. We need to make sure what do customers want. It's not just about minutes and calls anymore and megabytes, but really it's about keeping the family connected, helping people to start their own business, helping a youngster to maybe be successful with their studies, etc. Or if for that matter, keeping a family happy over a weekend. So our customers have evolved, and we as a brand also need to evolve to really make sure that we fit for the future.
Yeah, well, absolutely. It's just such a critical component. I mean, I just can't imagine what life would be without any connectivity. So it really is a critical aspect of our lives. Now, MTN has updated its brand positioning, highlighting the phrase, "Today we make moves." In simple terms, what does this phrase represent to you, and where are you going with it?
Yeah. So, Aki, for us, the brand refresh is a lot more than just maybe the brand ad and the beautiful TVCs and really I can recommend, have a look at the new ones. They're beautiful stories, telling stories of people's lives, and for us, it's not just about the brand ads, but it's actually more about how do we enable people, kind of stuff. So it must be more than just a marketing thing. Customers must be able to taste and feel it, really. So with our customers, each and every person are trying their best to make life better tomorrow than what they had. We all want our kids to have a better future than what we had. As I mentioned earlier, maybe there's a youngster that wants to study or start a new business, and all of us are just trying to make our lives better. And what we are saying is, as MTN, we want to make sure that we provide you the connectivity to actually help you with that. So if it's the connectivity that says, you can now have a job, even if it's overseas, but you can work from home, and it's connectivity. Even if you want to be a brand or a YouTuber or whatever, you can have a connectivity for that. The family that maybe wants to kind of spend some time together over weekends and have fun, and how can we help them doing that together on the latest technology? So our customers are evolving. They all want something better, and for us, what we want to make sure is we want customers to also taste that in our products and in the services that we render.
So Bertus, this is such an important message in South Africa, where this digital divide is highlighted as a key issue that limits upward mobility. How is MTN working to address the digital divide?
Yeah, okay. So connecting people, it's in our DNA, and what's really important for us is to make sure that we provide customers with the absolute best network connectivity. And as a organization, we've really invested billions of rands to make sure that our networks are really top class, and for many years, we've been voted best network. But what's mostly more important for us is our 5G connectivity at this stage. So at this stage, about 45% of the South African population is actually covered with our 5G network. And 5G is really the future of connectivity. So Yes, maybe not everybody they've got 5G phones yet, but more and more we can see from a digital divide perspective, when a family signs up for home connectivity at home, so it's not about the phone anymore, but it's about that hotspot at home, and now customers can say, okay, fine, I can have a 5G router in my house, which, with MTN, we use it, we give it for free to use, and suddenly the whole family now has the experience of 5G on our network. So even though you may have an average phone or something, but with a 5G router, suddenly everybody in the house now has connectivity to a really, really super fast network. So between that and our ability on MTN Fiber to really sell fiber to millions of homes in South Africa, really making sure that we allow everybody to be connected. So that's just the connectivity part. But then also from an affordability perspective. So the digital divide often goes about those who have and those who don't have, and especially sometimes in the broadband space or the typical postpaid space, Aki, sometimes people needed to have credit vetting and lots of difficult things in order to take out a contract. And what MTN has done is with our 5G and our fiber propositions is we're saying it's a month-to-month contract. So there's no need to sign long contracts and have all these stringent credit vetting, really to enable people to say, if you have only 200 or 300 rand a month, yes, we understand maybe here and there, maybe there's some issues with regards to stability of income, but if you can afford 300 rand a month, you can really get the home connected. So really removing the barriers for customers to connect the whole family.
Okay, so making it easier for people to connect, and I guess bringing that high-speed connectivity to the home, as you say, and then from there, the whole family and has access to that. Now, for a long period of time, the internet has been seen as a library and for information, and I guess that in the last few years with AI and how information is is put into different silos and how it's displayed and how it's accessed and all those kind of things, it really has changed a lot. And it's become so much more than this, hasn't it? Including a place for individuals to empower themselves as well as their communities. What examples has MTN witnessed of this particular in action?
Yeah, so I mean, people have used internet for many things, but I think over the past, and I think it probably started quite a bit during COVID, where suddenly people had to work from home, and you can now have meetings from home, and lots of companies have actually people still work from home, or they now have realized that actually I can stay in KwaZulu-Natal and still get a job. Maybe the company's in Joburg. So really, from a agility perspective from work, really helping people to get a job and to have quality connectivity. But I think beyond that, the internet is, if we look at how people use the internet, especially from a consumer perspective, is a lot of the internet nowadays has got to do with entertainment. Okay, and the family. So the family now says, if I have to go for an evening out or a weekend out or whatever, it often costs a lot of money. But what more and more families are doing, they're saying, fine, if I have a fairly stable home connectivity option and I buy subscription on one of these Netflix or Disney Plus platforms, then for the whole month, I've got entertainment for my whole family. And, the whole story of binge watching, etc., where people can really get access. So not just for entertainment, but documentaries, all kinds of stuff. So work from home, entertainment at home, and even gaming kind of stuff. So in the old days, I nearly said that, it was only like the really super rich that could afford to do online gaming. Now you must have super duper connectivity and very expensive gaming consoles. And what we've done now fairly recently is actually we've got a gaming platform which you can play all the latest games, etc., but you don't need to invest in a gaming console. Just with connectivity and the platform, you can actually have access to all of that. So really changing the way people use it and making it a lot more accessible. And that's part of what we're saying. Our customers are changing, and how we provide solutions to customers really need to change to empower them.
Very interesting. Very interesting. So how does your "Today We Make Moves" message align with the moves you are making as a business to improve offerings to South Africa? Because the one thing I've noticed is that the speeds are getting higher and the costs are coming down, which is good news.
Yes, yes, yes. And I think, Aki, with the brand refresh, we, a few things we want to highlight to customers is there's a lot more to MTN than just cell phones. Home connectivity is one. I mean, we haven't even touched on something like Momo, which is financial services, where Momo is a platform where people can transfer money, they can buy funeral cover, they can take short-term loans, etc. So a lot more to the future of MTN than what people has experienced in the past. But what's important for us is customers must be able to taste it, and we've now a week or two launched a new proposition called Shesha 5G, which really exposes the 5G network to masses of customers. We're launching a new MTN app as well, and that is for us the actual proof points. It's not just the TV ad, the beautiful TV ads which you'll see, but actually the new app which will really which we've designed from customers upwards to say what are the functions that you want, how would you like to engage with it, and really making it easier for customers to engage with us, to service themselves, to buy things, to etc. So it's a real proof point that we are making moves, and we really want our customers to take our hands and go with us into the future with the new propositions, with a new app, with the new platforms that we're doing to really empower themselves to actually have a better future for them and their families.
What message does MTN have for South Africans who really want to take charge of their future through connectivity and the MTN offerings that you've spoken about?
Yes. So the invitation is keep an eye out on mtn.co.za or the social media platforms. Have a look and see what we're messaging there. Follow us, visit one of our stores, download the app. Just look at all those things, and hopefully customers will actually really taste the new offerings, and really see how it can help them have a better life.
Bertus van der Vyver, General Manager for Residential and Postpaid, thank you for joining us for this episode of What's Next.
Thank you, Aki.